గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ అండి. నేమ్స్ పై నంబర్లు వచ్చాయి. ఏందండి కనెక్షన్ రాలేదు. We will wait for 1 more minute. Okay guys, we will start. They will join later. Guys are getting the voice. Okay. Okay guys, today we are going to see 6th unit, another new language in the 6th unit, that is called the Hive. Okay. When we come to the Hive, previously we have seen the Pig programming language. Briefly, we have seen what is a Pig programming language regarding the Hadoop. Now we have to see another language called the Hive language related to the Hadoop. What is this Hive language? What it will do? We will see one more language, Hive. Clear? Generally, when we come to the big language is a data flow language. It is like normal C, C++, Java. It is a data flow language. But when we come to the Hive, it is a language like database language like our SQL. Okay, similar to SQL in the RDBMS, we have the Hive here. Hive is also a database query language. Clear? Which is a normal scripting language. When we come to the Hive, Hive is a database query scripting language. It is a query language like our SQL. Clear? We will see briefly about this Hive. In this minute, we will briefly learn about this one. Guys, please don't create disturbance. Unmute our and everyone. Okay, option this is end. Now we will briefly see this. What is this Hive? And today we will see the introduction about this Hive. What is the background of this Hive and what is this? Briefly we will see what is this Hive. Okay, our first topic is the saying hello to Hive. That is simply introduction to the Hive. Okay, when we come to the Hive, Hive is a data warehouse infrastructure tool to process the structured data in Hadoop. Okay, it is a data warehouse infrastructure tool. It is a tool, data warehouse tool for processing. That means for analyzing the structured data in Hadoop. It is one of the data warehouse structured. It is a tool. Hive is a data warehouse infrastructure tool to process the structured data in Hadoop. It is a data warehouse tool. So one point we have got here is our Hive is a data warehouse tool which is used for analyzing the structured data in the Hadoop. Okay, it resides on the top of the Hadoop. Then that means, okay, we use the Hive on the top of the Hadoop. Basically, we will have the Hadoop. On the Hadoop, we will use the Hive to perform analysis of data in the Hadoop. We will use this Hive. That's why we are saying it resides on the top of the Hadoop. Means we use the Hive to perform data analysis on the data which is stored in the Hadoop. Clear, it resides on the top of the Hadoop to summarize the big data and makes querying and analyzing easy. Okay, this tool is used on the top of the Hadoop to summarize the data. That means to create a brief overview of that big data. We will use this tool, and to make querying and analyzing easy, we use the Hive tool on the top of this Hadoop. Clear. Generally, when we come to the big data, what is the term big data? The term big data indicates a collection of large data sets. Okay, that include huge volume, high velocity, and a variety of data. 3 V's. Okay, మనం 5 V's చెప్పుకున్నాం అండి introduction of the big data లో. Among those 3 V's are these three: volume, velocity, and variety of data that is increasing day by day. Okay, generally the big data indicates collection of large data sets which are very high in volume, high in velocity, and which are a variety of collection of data that is increasing day by day. Day by day, the collection of data is increasing in the size, in the point of view of volume. It is increasing, and with a high velocity, with a variety of data and with a very high velocity, the volume of data is growing day by day in many applications. The big data indicates the collection of large data sets. The collection of large data sets are indicated by the term big data. Okay, using the traditional database management systems, it is difficult to process the big data. That means using the normal database system, that is our RDBMS. Okay, MySQL, etc. Using the traditional database systems like RDBMS or MySQL, SQL Plus, etc. It is difficult to process the big data. Therefore, Apache Software Foundation has introduced a framework called Hadoop to solve the big data management and processing challenges, to solve the difficulties in the big data, okay, in processing the big data, whatever the challenges that we are facing in processing the big data. To solve those challenges, Apache Foundation has introduced a new framework called Hadoop. Already we know these 3 points. Big data indicates huge collection of data. Okay, the normal database systems are unable to handle this huge big data. So Apache has introduced a new framework called Hadoop. Okay, when we come to the Hadoop, okay, we have to see briefly, we have to rewind the basics of Hadoop, we have to rewind. Hadoop is a open source framework. We know very well it is an open source platform to store and process the data. Hadoop supports two things in case of big data. It is used to store the big data and it is used for processing the big data. Clear? It has two modules are there. The Hadoop contains majorly two modules are there, or two environments will be there. One is MapReduce, other one is HDFS. Okay, it has two platforms are there. One is MapReduce and the other one is HDFS. MapReduce is for the processing of the data. We use this MapReduce module is used in the Hadoop for processing of the big data, whereas HDFS of the Hadoop is used for storing of the data. See, the first line itself saying Hadoop is an open source framework to store and process. For storing, we are using HDFS module is there. For processing, we have the MapReduce module is there. MP will deal processing, whereas HDFS will deal the storing. It will deal the storing of the data. Okay, what is this MapReduce is? Generally, MapReduce is a parallel programming model. Already we have seen briefly about the MapReduce. It is a parallel programming model for processing large amounts of structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data. Okay, on large clusters of commodity hardware. Okay, on a large cluster of commodity hardware. Okay, this MapReduce is a parallel programming model. That means already we know what is happening in the MapReduce. When a big data is given to the MapReduce, that big data file will be divided into subfiles called input splits. All the input splits are processed parallelly. Each input split is given to one mapping program. The mapping program will process that file and it will be given to the sorting. Okay, it will be given to the sorting. Then the sorting program phase will sort the data and it will be given to the reduce program. The reduce program will combine outputs of all the various maps into a single output. That is the analysis of the data. That means the MapReduce is a parallel programming model where the huge file is divided into subfiles and the subfiles are processed parallelly. Each subfile is called the input split. Every input split is given to one separate MapReduce program, is given to one map program. Second split is given to one MapReduce. Third split is given to one MapReduce. Fourth split is given to, and all the splits are processed parallelly. That's why MapReduce is called a parallel programming model. Clear? Okay. The second module of the Hadoop is the HDFS. Already we know this is also we have briefly seen in the second unit. We have seen the HDFS also. Okay. The Hadoop distributed file system is for storing the big data in the commodity hardware of Hadoop. We are using this HDFS. HDFS is used for storing the huge files on the commodity hardware of the Hadoop. To store a huge files, we are using this HDFS. Clear? HDFS ko man brief ga chusana mundu. When we come to HDFS, whenever we want to store a large file, first the file will be divided into small chunks. Of each chunk size is 64 MB. Okay, the Hadoop, the large file we want to store will be divided into the 64 MB chunks, and the chunks will be stored in the HDFS, commodity hardware of the HDFS. It will be stored. Okay, we have briefly seen about that HDFS also in our previous class. We have seen that one in the second unit. We have seen. So briefly, when we come to the basics of Hadoop, Hadoop contains two modules: MapReduce and HDFS. HDFS is for storing the file. MapReduce is for processing or analyzing the files. And when we come to the same Hadoop, along with those two modules, MapReduce and the HDFS, okay, the Hadoop ecosystem contains different sub-projects or sub-tools are available, such as Scope, Pig, Hive. Okay, these Scope, Pig, Hive, all these are the sub-tools available in the Hadoop. Sub-projects or sub-tools available in the Hadoop. The main tools are main modules are three main modules are there. They are sorry, two main modules are there, MapReduce and the HDFS. Along with those two main modules, some sub projects or sub tools are available along with this Hadoop. They are these three: Scoop, Pig, and Hive. What is the duty of this Scoop tool or Scoop? Okay, for importing and exporting data between HDFS and RDBMS, we use this Scoop tool. Okay, to transfer data from RDBMS to HDFS or from HDFS to RDBMS, this is Scoop tool is used. We will see this one also in the future. Okay, Scoop is used. Similarly, Pig is there. Previously, we have seen the Pig. Pig is used for writing the MapReduce programs. Okay, it is a procedural language platform used to develop a script for MapReduce operations. Okay, to write the MapReduce programs, we are using this Pig scripting language. Already we have seen this one also in the previous unit. Pig is a scripting language for writing the MapReduce operations. Normally, directly we have to write in Java language, but it is difficult to write in Java language for everyone. It is not comfortable. So alternatively, they can use the Pig scripting language to write the MapReduce operations or MapReduce tasks. Along with the Pig, we have the third one is the Hive. Okay, it is a platform to develop SQL type script to do the MapReduce programs. As I already told you, okay, this Hive is a similar to the SQL language. It is a SQL type scripts to do the MapReduce programs. It is here in case of Pig Hive, we will write the SQL type scripts. That means like SQL where we write the queries. In the Hive also, Hive is a query language. We can write queries to perform the MapReduce operations. Here we can write the queries which are similar to that of the SQL queries. Clear? See, both Hive and Pig both are used for writing script to perform MapReduce operations. But the difference is Hive is writing queries to perform MapReduce operations, whereas Pig is for writing programs to perform MapReduce operations. Using Pig, we will write programs to perform the MapReduce operations. The programs like C program, Java program, we will write programs using the Pig script for perform MapReduce operations. When we come to the Hive, okay, using Hive, we will write the queries, not the complete programs. Here we will write the queries similar to our SQL queries like say, queries on seller database, queries on the employee database. Here also we will write queries on the big data which is stored in the Hadoop. Using this Hive, the MapReduce operations are presented in the form of the Hive queries. It is similar to our SQL language. Here we will write the Hive queries, which are similar to the SQL queries to perform MapReduce operations on the big data which is stored in the Hadoop. So the subtools available in the Hadoop along with the main two modules are Scoop for importing and exporting data between HDFS and relational database management systems. Next, Pig, which is a programming language to write the script for MapReduce operations. Next, Hive, which is a SQL type language to write queries to perform MapReduce operations. Clear, these are the additional tools or sub-projects available in the Hadoop to perform some other operations. These three will help the main modules, that is HDFS module and the MapReduce module. These three will indirectly help those two. Next, ways to execute MapReduce operations. How many ways are available to execute the MapReduce operations? We have to briefly see how many ways are there to run the MapReduce programs or to execute the MapReduce operations. Clear. Already we know this one. Again, we are seeing it one more time. One way to execute the MapReduce program operation is directly write the MapReduce program using Java language. One traditional approach is the general and the traditional approach is using Java language. Using Java directly, we will write the Java MapReduce program for structured, semi-structured, and structured data. We will write the Java MapReduce program. This is one traditional and okay, commonly, regularly used approach is this traditional approach using the Java. That is one way to execute the MapReduce operations by writing the directly Java MapReduce program we will write, and we will execute the Java MapReduce program for analyzing the data. The second way is writing the scripts using Pig. Since already we know, since many programmers are not familiar with Java, they are not comfortable with Java to write the MapReduce operations. So the for those programmers who are not flexible in Java, the alternative programming language available is the Pig. By using the Pig, they can write the scripts for performing MapReduce operations. Okay, to process all types of data like structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data, they can happily write the Pig scripts. The third way is directly writing the queries for process the data instead of writing the programs to perform the MapReduce operations. Instead of writing the programs, we can directly write the queries using Hive. Okay, the Hive query language. By using the Hive query language to perform MapReduce operations. But the thing is, this Hive query language is useful only for structured data. Generally, big data means it can be either structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data will be there. The first two approaches using Java, using Pig are suitable for all three types of data, but this query language, this Hive query language is suitable for structured data only. Okay. In case of structured data, we have the third approach to execute the MapReduce operations is using the Hive query language, which is called as HiveQL or HQL. Simply we can call the Hive query language as HiveQL or HQL. Okay, we will write the queries using this language to perform the MapReduce operations on the structured data. These are three ways to execute the MapReduce operations. One traditional approach using directly Java. The other way is writing scripts using Pig language. The third way is writing queries using the HQL. These are three ways to write and run the MapReduce operations. Clear? That is the basic thing. Okay, before introduction to the Hive. Okay, we have seen what is the Hadoop. Hadoop contains what are the important modules and subtools in the Hadoop. Now we have some idea about the Hive. Again, now we will see what is the Hive. Already we told Hive is a data warehouse infrastructure tool to process the structured data in Hadoop. To process the structured data, we are using this data warehouse infrastructure tool. Generally, it is on the top of the Hadoop to summarize the big data and makes querying and analyzing easy. Next, when we come to the Hive, initially Hive was developed by the Facebook. At the beginning, initially Hive was developed by the Facebook. Later, Apache Software Foundation took it up and developed it as an open source under the name Apache Hive. Initially, Hive was developed by Facebook, but later Apache Foundation take rights on that Hive and they developed it further and named it as Apache Hive, which is a open source one. They developed it further as an open source under the name Apache Hive. Now the Hive is Apache Hive. Okay, generally it is used by different companies. For example, Amazon uses it in Amazon Elastic MapReduce. Okay, our Amazon company is regularly using this Hive for analyzing the data or for processing the data. It is using this Hive. Like that, like Amazon, many companies are using this Hive, which is a query language for performing the MapReduce operations. Lastly, today's we will see what are the features of Hive. Okay, some important features of Hive is it stores schema in a database and processes data into HDFS. Okay, what is the schema? The overall planning. Okay, when we come to the Hive stores, it's a schema in a database. It will store the schema, and the processed data will be stored in Hadoop HDFS. The analyzed data or processed data will be stored in HDFS, but the schema of that storage is stored in some regular database like RDBMS. Okay, it will store Oracle or MySQL like that. It will store the schema in a database, and the processor data will be stored in HDFS instead of the normal database management systems. Instead of the database management systems, it will store the processor data in HDFS. Why? Because it is doing work on the big data, so it can't store big data on the normal databases. So it will store the process data, big data into HDFS, and that schema of the storage is stored in the normal database. It is designed for OLAP, online analytical processing. Okay, the Hive will support the online analytical processing of the big data. I think you have idea about this OLAP also, structure of OLAP, what are the models of the OLAP, everything. I think you read that one in the DWTM, you got this one. Hive provides an SQL type language for querying called, already we have seen this point also, Hive QL or HQL. Okay, one more last point about the features of the Hive is, it is a familiar, fast, scalable, and extensible query language. Yes, familiar, fast, scalable, and extensible query language similar to our SQL. These are the some important features of the Hive language. So from this today's class introduction of the Hive, what we have to understand is, first of all, simply one line answer, what is a Hive means? Hive is a SQL type query language. Hive is a SQL type query language for performing MapReduce operations in Hadoop. For performing the MapReduce operations in Hadoop, an SQL type query language is called the Hive. That is our one line answer. What is a Hive? Clear guys, simply briefly, this is the introduction about the Hive. Okay, briefly we have seen what is the purpose of the Hive. When we come to the pig is also performing the MapReduce operations only, but the difference is, using the pig we have to write complete MapReduce program. Complete MapReduce program we have to write. But when we come to the Hive, using Hive we don't write the complete programs, we will write the queries. Here it is a query language, pig is a programming language, whereas Hive is a query language. That is the difference between the pig and the Hive. So when we come to the ways of executing the MapReduce programs, three ways are there. Traditional approach using Java. Next, scripting approach using the pig. Next one is query language approach using the Hive. Okay, by writing the complete Java MapReduce programs using Java, we can perform the execution of the MapReduce operations. The other way is by writing the MapReduce programs using the pig language, we can perform the MapReduce operations. The third way is by writing the queries using the Hive QL or HQL, we can perform the MapReduce operation. These are the three different ways for execution of the MapReduce operations of the MapReduce model of Hadoop. Clear? This is the thing. When we come to the Hadoop, it has two subtools are there. The main two modules of the Hadoop are MapReduce is one main module, HDFS is one main module. HDFS is for storing the data, MapReduce is for analyzing and processing of the data. Okay, along with those two main modules, to support those modules, some subtools are available. They are Scoop, Pig, and Hive. Scoop is for importing and exporting the data between HDFS and RDBMS, whereas Pig is a scripting language to write the MapReduce programs which is an alternative for Java language. When we come to the Hive, it is a query language for writing the MapReduce operations. That is briefly the introduction of the Hive. Clear guys? Next class we will see the architecture of this Hive. In the next class we will see briefly what is the architecture of the Hive. Next we will slowly see what are the data types available in the Hive, how to write the queries in the Hive. That we will see in the future classes. Clear guys? Okay, just 1 minute, 2 minutes and every disconnect out, and I will note down the attendance. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next class. Kiran.